Hi family, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Janet, a Nigerian teacher abroad, mentor, and proud mama of third culture kids. After 20 years of teaching across 6 continents, I share my journey to help African and immigrant teachers like you to thrive abroad. Now, last week we talked about how combining a PGCE with the stress of adapting to a new country can feel like literally juggling fire. And so many of you reached out saying, "Sis, the financial pressure is real. I need a flexible side hustle." Some people said, "Jay, please show us how you did it because we don't know how else to make ends meet." So today, let's talk about a solution that's not just practical, but strategic. Online tutoring while you're doing your PGCE. Not only can it give you extra income, but it can also become real teaching experience that strengthens your CV when you graduate and start applying for full-time teaching jobs, especially when you're applying for full-time teaching jobs abroad. So stay with me because I'm going to share, 1, my personal experience and what I wish I knew earlier. 2, the right way to tutor without burning out, and especially burning out during your PGCE, not pretty. 3, the best tutoring platforms for African teachers abroad like you and I. And 4, how to package this experience to boost your employability later on. So let's dive in. When I first got my offer to study after trying everything possible to get into teaching, I was excited, but I was also overwhelmed. I quickly realized that the PGCE isn't a course. It's a whole lifestyle change, a whole lifestyle adjustment, if you want to put it that way. A realignment of your brain and all you knew about teaching before joining this course because, oh my word, you are learning a new education system, adapting to classroom culture, new classroom culture, decoding accents, battling godlike mentors, keeping up with what I can only describe as entitled students, and sometimes even battling imposter syndrome because you're the only African or immigrant in your cohort. I was the only one who looked like this in my whole cohort, so it was tough. And let's not even talk about the finances. Rent, bills, transport, feeding. If you're sending black taps back home, please, I will pray for you because now God will help you. I remember one cold winter evening sometime in our TP2, my friend and I had PGCE placements back to back like Kilode. We came home exhausted, opened the fridge, and there was only milk and donuts. For someone like me who had 2 children, you can imagine how dire that was. I quickly started calling the nearest care agency since that was all I knew back then. But she, in her privilege, called her mentor instead and said she was not sure how she could keep up with this hard life anymore. I think she was trying to tell her mentor that she was ready to throw in the towel. But what her mentor said changed my perspective totally, because not only was I listening in, I was learning. Now stay with me because this information, as they say, is power. She said, the mentor told her, "Why don't you try online tutoring? You're already a teacher. You can do it from your student accommodation. So yeah, why not? It won't drain you like a side job at Tesco, McDonald's, or Care Work would." Huh? I was in the corner listening and I'm like, what? But that's when the light bulb went off for me too. Online tutoring became my lifeline in my TP3. I'd already done the hard work in TP1 and 2 as a care worker while I was doing the PGCE, but now I knew that not only did it mean I could now work from home with my children where my eyes could see them, it gave me an extra income Yes, but it also helped me connect my other teaching background with the British curriculum in small, digestible ways. It was like my side hustle was helping me practice what I was learning at school. And when it came to time to apply for jobs, guess what? That tutoring experience helped me out, and it helped me stand out. So if you're in your PGCE right now, or if you're planning to come abroad for your PGCE, or if you're teaching already, listen carefully. Tutoring can be a game changer if you do it strategically, I mean. So let's look at why tutoring makes sense for PGCE students. Number one, it's flexible. Unlike a retail, cleaning, or care job, you can schedule tutoring sessions around your coursework and placement. If you have children like me, I had a 6-year-old and a 1-year-old, that's a different story. You can work from home without being in constant fear of child services like I was. That child services PTSD stayed with me for nearly 10 years after I'd finished my PGCE. That means I'd graduated from the PGCE, but I'd not graduated from the PTSD. That was tough. And even if you only have 1 hour a day, that is enough. Do that every day and you're good. Because when I started doing that in my TP3, it just made so much sense. Number two, it aligns with your career. You're not just making money from this tutoring side job, you're building skills that directly support your future teaching job. Lesson planning, adapting to different learning styles, even navigating cross-cultural communication. The tutoring provides that platform for you. Number three, it's confidence building. Many African teachers worry about their accents or whether parents abroad will trust them. But tutoring one-on-one online helps you gradually build that rapport and confidence in a low-pressure setting. It counts as UK teaching-related experience too. When you're done with your PGCE and applying for NQT or ECT positions, as your case may be, you can list it as your teaching journey. Why not? Trust me, the employers in this teach abroad streets love seeing initiative. And tutoring provides that continuous engagement with education that you need to prove on your CV. Win-win situation. Yeah? So now let's talk about the platforms where you can find these tutoring gigs. If you're African, an immigrant, or even new to the UK, you want a platform that's beginner friendly and won't stress you with unrealistic requirements. Like I know some tutoring gigs that will tell you that your IP address is not real, or you should be in a specific location. Yeah. Here are some platforms in 2025 that can help you. Number one, Cambly. And it's perfect if you want something super low pressure. You're mostly chatting in English anyway with learners around the world. No lesson planning, no materials. You're just having conversations because people want to practice their English and you're it. Second one, italki. If you're multilingual, you can teach your native language or English. It's flexible and you set your own rates. You're not going with their own rates. You set your own. Third, Superprof. This one's great because you can offer any subjects, maths, science, even music. You can teach online or in person. This next one, Wingy. I call it Wingy. More structured, especially for STEM and academic subjects. And that's where yours truly belongs. Next is Verbally, which is ideal for language teaching if you want a slightly formal setup. Another one is Go Student, where they're expanding fast and might connect you with consistent students, especially for primary and secondary subjects. And but here's the key. Don't spread yourself too thin. Start with 1 or 2 platforms. Test them out for a month. See what works with your PGCE schedule before adding more. Remember that your PGCE mentor is there like a demigod watching you with hawk eyes, waiting to pounce on any inconsistencies in your progress and to report you for not doing things as if you were born with the PGCE guidelines stamped on your forehead. Honestly, their expectations is just unrealistic. I will record a whole series on PGCE mentors and their shenanigans, so please stay tuned for that. My own PGCE mentor or my PGCE mentors require to be in the Guinness Book of Record for what they made me experience. Trust me, you will thank me later for sharing my experience. Now let's be real. Apart from this mental wahala that you will encounter, the PGCE itself is intense. You can't afford to overwork yourself. So here's how to balance it all. Time block smartly. Please do. Dedicate only 5 to 10 hours per week for tutoring. Your PGCE is going to be taking 100 hours a week, and I'm not even joking. So, for example, 1 to 2 hours in the evenings after your placement days, or maybe split the hours on both days of your weekends. Yeah. Remember that you will still be planning and writing Harvard referenced essays too. So try not to burn yourself out in the process for this side gig. I know you need it to pay for things, but yeah. Stick to short sessions. Maybe offer 30-minute sessions instead of 1-hour marathon so that you can take breaks in the middle. It's easier that way so that you can stay consistent. And if you block out a 30-minute session, then at least you're not, it's just 30 minutes as opposed to everything else. And please use reusable templates. Please don't try to invent the wheel. For example, have a basic conversation practice lesson for Cambly or a standard maths worksheet for Wingy. Set realistic income goals. You're not trying to get rich. Even 400 to 500 extra per month can cover your groceries or transport or rent. Remember, this is a support system, not your main hustle. And if you didn't know by now, the PGCE is your main hustle. You've paid so much money for that, you don't want to throw it away because of a side hustle. So try not to jeopardize that PGCE by doing too much on your side hustle. Okay, let's go to the next one. Because here's the secret sauce most African students miss. How to present tutoring on your CV. Now, all that hard work of a side hustle needs to come in useful. We don't do things for nothing, yeah? So instead of just saying, I tutored online while studying, no, that doesn't sound very good. Frame it like this. I provided personalized one-to-one online instruction to international students focusing on detailed differentiated learning and cross-curricular communication. Do you see how professional that sounds? In this business, we boast professionally. So you can also mention things like lesson planning and assessment skills that you've gotten from tutoring online while you were doing your PGCE, building rapport with diverse learners while you were doing your PGCE, adapting to different curricula while you were doing PGCE and you were tutoring online. So when you're done with your PGCE and applying for teaching jobs abroad, it shows you've been actively engaged in teaching beyond your placements. Do you feel me? And for immigrant teachers, that extra matters a lot. If they ask you, have you worked with diverse learners? Yes. Have you worked with different curricula? Yes. Even though you were doing the UK national curriculum while you were doing your PGCE. Do you see what I mean? Look, I know how it feels to be in a new country, juggling the PGCE, financial pressure and cultural adjustments. I've been there. I've done it. I got the t-shirt. It's not pretty. You will feel homesick. You might even start to wonder if it's all worth it. I know I did. a few times I wanted to just give up. But unlike my friend who could call her mentor, I really couldn't call my mentor. So yeah, but tutoring gave me more than money. It gave me community. I've had students from Japan, Brazil, Seychelles, and I think I had a few students from Saudi Arabia at the time. I learned about their culture, and it reminded me that education is truly global. And I've always used it on my CV till today. Because months later, when I applied for my UK teaching job, my first UK teaching job, I could confidently say, yes, I've taught diverse learners across different settings, even online. Yeah. Do you know what behavior management is when you're teaching online? Another thing that I have to record a video for. So don't look at tutoring as just a hustle. It's a stepping stone. It's a part of your growth as an African teacher abroad. It's a lot. Do not look down on the days of humble beginnings. I'm proof that, yeah. So to all my African PGCE students out there, yes, the journey is tough. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it, but there are smart ways to ease that pressure. Try online tutoring as a flexible income stream. Use it to build confidence and gain relevant teaching experience. And remember, every small step you take abroad is building your story. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe, because next week I'll be diving into how to handle cultural shocks in the UK classrooms. Handling it as an African trainee, because they're like 5 and 6 when it comes to the UK. When it comes to UK students and their behavior. People complain about their behavior. I will tell you, yes, it is tough, but tough doesn't mean impossible. Also, let me know in the comments, would you like me to make a step-by-step tutorial on how to sign up for these tutoring platforms? Yeah, that would be a good thing to do, but I'm here to serve you from everything that I know. So let me know in the comment sections below. And if you need personal guidance on navigating your PGCE or teaching abroad, my mentoring details and all the different ways to reach me are in the description box below. A lot of people watch my videos and I can tell they haven't watched it to the end because they come in and they ask me, how do I get in touch with you? It's in the description box. So feel free to go through. I don't hide anything. Yeah. So until next time, stay focused, stay encouraged, and remember, you're not just surviving abroad, you're building a legacy.